Okay, now let's solve each of the quadratics by the indicated method. So A, we have 6x squared plus 13x equals 5. And we're going to solve this by factoring. So I'm going to move over the 5, so I have 6x squared plus 13x minus 5 equals 0. I'm going to use the slip and slide, but you could use grouping or the box. Does not matter. I will not count off if you choose a different method than me. So 6 times 5 is negative 5 will be negative 30. So you have x squared plus 13x minus 30 equals 0. So what multiplies to negative 30 but adds to positive 13? That's x plus 15 and x minus 2. Well, we slipped the 6 out, so now we need to slide the 6 back in under here. So we get x plus 15 over 6 reduces to 5 over 2. If we divide, I'm sorry, let's try that again. So if we divide both of these by 3, oh, I did that right, sorry. 15 divided by 3 is 5, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then 2 over 6 reduces to 1/3. So that means that we will get x equal to negative 5/2 and x equal to positive 1/3. Okay, part B, 3x squared minus 11 equals 0 by the square root property. The square root property means that we get the x squared term by itself on one side and the constant on the other. So let's start out by moving the 11 over. We want to get the x squared term by itself, so we'll divide both sides by 3. And now that it's set up for the square root property, let's take the square root of both sides. So we get x equals positive or negative. So the square root of 11 over 3 can be split into the square root of 11 divided by the square root of 3. And we'll want to rationalize this denominator that has a radical in it. So to get rid of that, we'll multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3. So the square root of 11 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 33. And 3 times 3, square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is just 3. So I'll plus or minus the square root of 33 over 3, and that's our answer. For the next one, we're going to solve by completing the square. So for completing the square, we want to make sure that this a term, we can take that out. So if I divide every single thing by 3, we'll have x squared minus 5/3 x equals negative 1/3. So then, remember, this is where I would draw the box, and I'd say, okay, what goes here? I'm adding b over 2 squared to both sides. So b over 2 means I'm going to have to take the 5 over 3 divided by 2 and then square it. So 5/3 divided by 2 is 5 over 6, so I'll square that and I'll get 25 over 36. So I'm going to add that to both sides. Now the left-hand side is a perfect square trinomial, so that factors into x minus, remember it's always half of that middle term, so minus 5 over 6 equals, so I need to add this right side together, but I need a common denominator, so I'm going to move this one to a denominator of 36. So to get a denominator of 36, I had to take 3 and multiply it by 12, so I'll need to take the negative 1 and multiply it by 12 as well. So negative 12 plus 25 is going to be 13. So we have 13 over 36. Now I can take the square root of both sides, and I'll get x minus 5 over 6 equals positive or negative. So the square root of 13 we'll leave on the top, but the square root of 36 is 6. And then finally, I will add 5 over 6 to both sides, so I get x equals 5 plus or minus the square root of 13 all over 6. And then on part D, we have 4x squared minus x equals 2x squared minus 8, and we're going to use the quadratic formula. So let's start out by putting this into standard form. So we'll have, let's subtract over the 2x, so we get 2x squared minus x, and then I'm going to add 8 to get everything on one side of the equal sign. So the quadratic formula is x equals negative b, so here a is 2, b is negative 1, c is 8. So negative b is positive 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 1 squared is 1, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 8, all over 2 times a, which is 2. So I'll get x equals 1 plus or minus the square root of 63 all over 2 times 2, which is 4. And I can take out a 3 twice from this square root of 63, so I'll get 1 plus or minus 3 square roots of 7 all over 4. And that's my answer.